That's all right. Okay. So like we'll finish up the show.
Just had like a couple more precepts real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I was saying something, I forgot.
I think he was going into what I was reading real quick.
Oh yeah, yeah. So sorry, yeah.
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 So it says, this is, let me say it again. Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Come, it's that simple, you know. And obviously the international bankers, the Illuminati, the Zionist or Big Brother, or they rule esoterically. Esoteric means like a shadow government. They rule behind the scenes, and this is reality. And like we pointed out at the beginning of the show, that all your history you can look, like I pointed out in that documentary that Apostle Gabar suggested to us. Can you get that title for me again? I'm sorry. It was a Capitalist Society.
Conspiracy.
All right. It said in that video, right, that all throughout your history, your past kingdoms or civilizations, it was all conspiracies, man. Okay? Yeah, the capitalist conspiracy. And it was just showing that not only in today's time, but all throughout your ages, there was always conspiracy. And if assassinations involve conspiracy, secret combines, brothers breaking down, same thing, and betrayal and war, that's all conspired for that to happen. And the Lord's going to bring it to judgment. And we at that time. Okay? Oh, and then that was it.
I got a quick precept. This is Psalms 11 and 2. For lo, the wicked bend their bow. They make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privily shoot at the upright in the heart. No, privately shoot at the upright in heart. All right, and that's going back into many devices that they have, man. Really going to the system, man. All right. That's how they bend their bow and putting the arrows, man.
Yeah.
All right. Keeping you in constant debt, like you were saying, constantly, and because even when we go into the this whole thing, like when we go to the dollar, when we go to a social security number, when we go to a birth certificate, they were all planning for what the RFID chip, man. The whole time. That's part of the New World Order. That's part of their arrows, man.
Yeah. Come on.
It's like, yo.
No, you good, brother. You know.
Let me read that again.
Yeah.
For lo, the wicked bend their bow. They make ready their arrow upon the string. So they're getting ready. They're getting ready, man. Isn't that not what the Yahweh Shai told us, which is Jacob's trouble, man? In the scriptures, it's talking about that's how they're getting ready to bend their bow. Are they not doing what they're doing again? What they did in 70 AD during the Masada? They're encamping around the armies. But how are they going to do that? It's going to be martial order ab ko. That's how they get ready to bend their bow.
Yeah, no, go into it that they do this secretly, man. All this stuff, the agenda of the New World Order is just to bring the children of Israel down. You think the ghettos are an accident? No, the ghettos are not an accident. If you go into the credit system, wherever the so-called blacks live, the banks purposely did not give them no money. Hence, that created the ghettos. Okay, wherever blacks live, they weren't funded. The ghettos were created on purpose. You think those project buildings were created for Jake to live a nice, well home? No.
Yeah, it was a book I was supposed to get that went into how they separated Jake and separated Esau. They will put Jake in a certain zone, a certain block radius, and then put Edomites around, like away from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then eventually, that's how it carried on to the credit system. Like, or if you're from that zone, you ain't getting it. It's gonna be real hard for you to get credit.
Yeah.
But if you're in the outer zone with the same credit score, they're gonna give it to you.
Give it to you, yeah.
And you know what that's called? Environmental racism, man. Which is going on up to this day as we speak.
And that's that scripture. Because they say seek to privily means to hide, but they do it in secret. It's a plan to make these ghettos. Jake suffer. It's a plan to there's other stuff. I gotta research this too. I know we're going on. We're gonna finish, but I gotta research this too. There's a plan that I gotta do more research. But they have Esau targeted certain foods for Jake to eat to get certain diseases. Yeah. You know, so we're prone to get certain diseases. No, you give a.
No, it's so crazy. Real quick, because this through the spirit. My mom, like, this is years back. Like, this is like as the Lord was like opening my eyes to like what was really going on. She had went to like downtown where like Edomites are and got a bag of chips, and then she went to like where Jake is, and it was way more saltier than the chips that the Edomites
Yeah,
had, man.
yeah.
You see these devils?
Yeah, come, man.
That's conspiring, man.
Yeah.
You see? Slack you on
Nah,
that.
man.
Yeah, like if you get chicken, if you get fucking chicken from the hood,
They got ground chicken and.
no, like I mean like
No,
yeah,
it's
that
not.
too, but I mean like shop.
Oh yeah, okay.
You go to a food store in the hood and you get the chicken, and
Yep.
you go to fucking Esau neighborhood
Yep.
and get the chicken look different. Like the ghetto chicken looks all white and fucked up.
You know, you're right, brother. Because you know why? Even backs you up. Because it can be the same brand store.
ShopRite,
Like a ShopRite in Newark somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't gonna be the same ShopRite in Scarsdale. I don't know what's a rich neighborhood.
Scarsdale, yeah.
Scarsdale.
It's gonna be totally different ShopRite, man.
And
You know.
and if it is, that just means that it's gentrified, man.
Con.
You know, because over there with we camp at over here in Jersey, whatever.
Yeah.
It's gentrified, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's way nicer, man.
Hell yeah.
But you
Yeah.
can see how even because even
Foods.
even before they gentrified that neighborhood, why did they put that shop right there? Because they already knew that it was
Yeah.
going to gentrify it, you know.
Real quick, look at Harlem, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They didn't have a Whole Food store on 125th Street.
Yeah, once you got Harlem, once you got Whole Foods there, you know,
Yeah, you already know.
gentrified.
You
You're
already
on your
know.
way.
That's true.
Yeah.
Got downtown. Newark.
Yeah, they got
Whole
Foods
Foods
there.
and Starbucks. Man,
Oh, you better
you
start
ain't
moving.
justified now.
You better start, you know.
Shit.
But anyway, yeah.
Quick piece of
Yeah,
slack, man. Real quick.
yeah.
This is Psalm 64 and 5 is perfect for it. It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. Check this out, dude.
Yeah,
They
bro.
commune, conspire
Yeah, that's right, brother.
of laying snares privately. Or
Yeah,
privily, see?
Yeah, that's it.
Snares.
Commune.
What's that again? Psalm 64?
Commune
Psalm
goes
64
in.
and 5.
Commune goes into talking, like communication.
Yeah.
They talk.
That's a
with
perfect
one
conspiracy
another.
script right there. That's a perfect conspiracy script. And you can you read that again?
This is Psalm 64 and 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter.
See, encourage, and it's an evil matter. We know what the evil matter is. These people, we always go into, they not only conspire to take over stuff financially, but spiritually, they're people who worship devils, okay? They worship Satan, or they worship stuff against truth. They're against nature. They worship pagan gods, okay? The scriptures talk about idolatry. They worship idols. And let alone they worship the spirit of Satan. They call on the spirit of Satan. This is all true. Well, if you go into the Bohemian Grove and all that kind of stuff, you go into secret society, to Skull and Bones, and ultimately to the international bankers, which they worship something called the Dog Star, all right, which is a pagan star that they worship. They worship the Saturns. They worship the constellations. You know, we're going to the deeper end. They worship the left side. They worship the zodiac. This is how they govern their policies too, by witchcraft, by that craft. So that's an evil matter, man. You know, they have rituals that they do.
Yeah, man.
I believe Apostle Gabarros goes into it. That I forget what the word inauguration, when a president gets inaugurated, that's an actual satanic ceremony that they're doing on live camera.
Yeah, the word means a spell or witchcraft.
Spell or something like that, right?
Inauguration, yep.
Inaugurate someone.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a ceremony. It's a satanic ceremony.
They do ceremonies right in front of your face that's
Yeah,
satanic.
yeah.
You don't even know about. Like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I always use that example. The Super Bowl is basically putting hexes on the people. Sometimes it's like subtle, you can't tell. You would have to go on the internet and look at the breakdown. But then sometimes you have other big ones. The obvious one to me was like fucking Madonna, man.
Oh my God, that was
Which came out. She came out like fucking ISIS and sort of
yeah, ISIS, yeah.
ISIS, I believe.
Yep.
You know, and then even Beyonce,
Yeah, bitch.
she had a performance where she was split up into. She had a special effect in the background, and she split up into multiple Beyonces, or whatever. So it's her, and you see all these multiple hers. Now it's something like a satanic something, like duplicating herself or some satanic ritual, man.
And you even have it with the music to where certain songs, like you may have, let's say a rapper like Chief Keef, and then you have somebody like J. Cole. Now, Chief Keef, his song might not be as good as J. Cole. You know, J. Cole is like more a conscious rapper. But what they'll do is they'll play this Chief Keef song so much
Yeah, that's
to
right.
to have even if you hate the song, the shit come on,
Yeah,
you gonna be playing it in your head, man.
Yeah.
Why is that? That's a conspiracy, man.
You know what's proof to that? I used to hate Drake, man. But I gotta admit, one of these albums, man, I actually like it. Because they fucking played it all day, man.
Yeah, they do.
One of the older ones, not old, a few years ago, I don't know about now, but you know, those songs became kind of catchy, man. I was like, you know, jamming to it and shit. Like, oh shit, I gotta catch myself. They played it 20 times a day, man.
And they know what Jake listened to, man. It's always a 97.1 or 105. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go into this real quick. The
Yeah,
6th verse. Well, let me go back to 5 real quick. This is Psalm 64:5. They encourage themselves in an even matter. They commune, and you went to commune, right? Which means
to talk.
To talk.
Yeah.
Of laying snares privately.
Traps.
They say, "Who shall see them?"
The trap. I'm trying to let you read, but I have to say it like it's a good trap. If you look at the documentary 13, they purposely changed a name to a slave, and made that the new word for slave criminal.
Oh,
so basically they're going to the jail system, you know, in the documentary called 13th,
the 13th Amendment,
which is supposed to represent the 13th Amendment.
Yep.
And basically they conspired purposely to make the new slave. The name is going to be called a criminal now. So criminal is the same thing as a slave.
Yeah,
they do the same thing. They're not getting paid for their work. They're incarcerated, you know, and
no rights.
They got no rights. So today's criminals are basically the slaves. They're the slaves. There's no difference. And who fills up the slaves? Who fills up the jail system, man? Yeah, that's right. Take a wild guess, man. It ain't Esau. It ain't Moab. It's the nation of Israel, man.
Yeah, but it said 13th and 14th Amendment made slavery legal.
Come on. You know? So is that not true? Does that not prove that script? That was a snare. That was a trap, you know? On purpose. And they show you clearly in the documentary. I remember they highlighted the name slave and criminal. They highlighted it on the documentary.
They did.
Can you read that one more time?
Yeah, real quick. It said, this is Psalm 64:5. They encourage themselves in an even matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, "Who shall see them?"
Hey, when you go into that, even the word, I was looking up the word amend. You know, and it says what? It says to modify formally as a legal document or legislative bill. You know, so like the brother I just read, man, they set these things up and going into even the word conspire, man. You make what is it? You could basically make a plan as to make an unlawful decree, man.
Yeah.
6th verse, it says,
unrighteous law.
Yeah. Check this out. It says, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Going back to what we... this is diligent, man.
Yeah, man, yeah.
This is diligent.
Yeah, man.
It took years to make that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the brothers talk about the dollar, man. You go into the dollar, plenty stuff on the YouTube. This is super diligent. That's how we know Satan's work with them. Even when you look at the Twin Towers, this always blows my mind. The Twin Towers, the windows of the Twin Towers were actually calculated. They put the numbers there on purpose. Now I forget what the numbers add up to, but it's obviously a satanic number.
Yeah.
You know,
Might be 9,110. Maybe.
So, yeah,
some shit.
maybe I don't know.
Or
All I know,
17.
the numbers it was made that way on purpose, and they added to something, or something is satanic about the numbers. Now we always bring out the height of the
One World Trade Center.
Okay, yeah, that one too. That's a good
which
one.
is 1,776 feet tall.
Which is go ahead.
Which goes back into the Freemasonry when it first started in America, which was in 1776. Which goes back into the independence of this wicked fucking land. You know,
you got it.
No.
It's a show. Real quick, I encourage brothers to watch this show. It's called Timeless, and it's an episode with Arnold Benedict, and they were actually going into that how the Illuminati started. You know, so it's called let me see.
Timeless.
It's called Timeless. The episode is called The Capture of Benedict Arnold. You know, that was it.
Real quick, check this out. So it says they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. So you see, man. Listen, when it comes
wiser than Daniel.
Wiser than Daniel.
You know, they're you know, hey man, these are people of the devil, man. You know. And their heart is deep. Their mind is deep. They know how to control you by certain radio waves and frequencies, man.
Yep.
You know, the 5G technology. Yep. They have something called. I remember I learned this years ago that the antennas your so-called cell phone towers are there really to control the population and brainwash the people. Yeah, you know, you know, they know the science of your chemistry of your body, you know, and how to break you down. That's why people don't know about lab rats out there.
Yeah, kind.
You know,
Even Slacky, even going to COINTELPRO, they had basically they basically had a section like the CIA just to literally study Jake. They used to study what Jake read. They used to study what Jake eat. They used to study what Jake listened to. They used to study just going back to it says they search out iniquities just to destroy Jake.
Yeah, just destroy him. Yeah.
They accomplished a diligent search, man. And I remember there's a doc. I got it. I'm just trying to find it. Send it out to brothers. I'm talking about. It had something to do with COINTELPRO, and it was a Jake that was working for them. He said, "Listen, they study everything we do, from what we read, what we eat, what we sleep. How long do we sleep? How long did this? Who is their God? Who they? Everything.
Even they know the psychology of your mind. They know how to do reverse psychology. That's why they got these politicians up there. That's not but reverse psychology. Here it is, they're rich themselves, and you're supposed to believe a guy who's rich, he's gonna help you. And then you say, okay, all I got to do is speak against the banks and speak against cutting taxes, and they're gonna vote for me.
People,
you know, and even it's like the psychology of the people. They know, you know, they know about vibrations of colors. You know, that's why certain food advertisements have colors to attract you to eat. You know, they make GMO foods, MSGs. That's a deep mind. Ain't no dumb mind to make that.
Yeah.
And like the brother said, they study the people. They study to see how they can control you. Oh, another great thing I learned too with the Illuminati do, they put hope in society. You know, because they're trying to down your hope. So what I mean by that, they put, if I can explain it right, they put the word hope in society to make you feel like everything that you work for, like in this capital society, that you're gonna hope. If I do this, I hope. I'm not saying it right. Like, hope they use in society for them to build their future. You know,
for the people like to keep on pushing, basically.
Push on pushing, yeah, because they know eventually. For example, like Jake, I know if I work hard, you know, and I do my thing, I can be a president of the United States. I can be a senator. I can be a doctor. But no, you can't. You know. But this it's a false image of what you can be. You know, because you have a glass ceiling. You can't get loans. You can't get that job. Here it is. You got an Edomite who's dumb as fuck. Is a fucking D student, and you busting your ass. You went to law school, put all this money, and you don't get hired for the job. You know. But they put that hope out there. If I keep working hard, you know.
And then they put people in there in certain positions to look at.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, you know what? He did it. Well, he's an Israelite guy telling me I can't do nothing. Look, he's there.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, hence the NAACP, the National Advancement of Colored People. They were just set up to just as a talking point. Let's set these niggas up just so we can say, well, that's not right. They worked hard, and these fucking sellouts. What do they say? Well, if you look, I don't. That was a hit. They're programmed to say, well, look, I'm an example of working hard. Why can't you do it?
Yeah.
And you see these niggas like Kevin Hart saying that shit. That fucking midget, man. You know, anyway, you're gonna go crazy, but like that, you know, you got niggas in the NAACP, right? Who say that who try to put down our people and say, well, if you worked hard like me, you can be where I'm at. So there's no excuse. But they're just sellouts, man.
And then the people that own it and the owner of the NAACP is a fake Jew.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah, it says, so check this out. It says, because the title of this one says, the Most High will intercede. 7th verse. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded.
Yeah, we know what that arrow that is. ICBM. Yeah, look up the acronym for that, all right? ICBM, all right?
That was it, not me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. Well, slack it. I gotta get this shit. 8th verse. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon them. You got Aaron Russo.
Yeah, you got this book here.
You got, matter of fact, yep.
You might as well show that one.
New World Order book by Ralph A. Epperson.
What's that guy's name again?
That's an author right here. Ralph A. Epperson.
Unseen Hand one?
That was talking about
The New World Order.
pray upon music and stuff like that.
Oh, John Todd.
This is one book of one author or one Edomite that tells on other Edomites. You know.
And John Todd, which for some reason he's missing, he was part of the Council 13, man. And I suggest you know, the Akim and the Akwaf go check John Todd out, man. And he's part of the Council 13, and he goes real deep in what they do, man.
Oh, this brother Salaki, this brother put one. William Cooper.
Yep.
He wrote the book Behold
Behold.
a pale horse.
Yeah, behold the pale horse. Yeah.
Okay.
And what he exposes that how they invented AIDS to kill Jake, man. Right in that book they talk about that, man. All right. And he goes in and really goes in deep and exposes the Illuminati, which is Edom, man. All right. And after a while, he even goes and say they don't even, you know, they say after a while, fuck Satan, man. We're gods, cause they, you know, that's how wicked they are. They even deceive, you know, they even try to deceive their God, you know. But all these it says here, shows how they make their own tongue fall upon themselves, and we named a couple of people. All right. We also had Aaron Russo, all right, that spoke with one of the Rothschilds himself, didn't he? Mm-hmm. And what he talk about? He said, listen, we're going to chip everybody. Just worry about your own family.
What are you worried about the Goyim?
Yeah.
All right. Then we got this wicked demon. What's this dude? That talked about McDonald. We're just sacrificing kids and then give it to McDonald's.
Oh, yeah. I was figuring that was Finkelstein or something.
I said that.
Finkelstein.
Finkelstein. Yeah, Finkelstein. And he didn't. I mean, that devil. I mean, he said, listen. If I tell the people, they're still not gonna believe me anyway. So
yeah, they don't believe it. He don't care. Yeah.
Oh, you had what's that dude? Bill Gates.
Well, he even went into the 9/11. He said, yeah, that was planned.
Yeah. Rabbi Finkelstein.
Rabbi, yeah, that's fucking funny.
I think he had this guy, Bill Gates. He was telling the people that he wanted to vaccine them because he said that the elites. He's basically telling like that the elites they wanted to depopulate the people, but the people they were just like laughing and fucking They were just like laughing as if you know what he said was funny, man.
Right. Yeah, he wants to do that, do vaccines, but he doesn't he doesn't want to vaccine his own children.
Right.
You know.
You're gonna get it too, though.
Yeah,
you're gonna get it. All right, well, anything else?
What's better than that? Oh, I mean, you know what? I gotta go to Wisdom Sound. My bad.
We're doing overtime, all right? Hey,
real quick.
You know?
This is Wisdom of Solomon 10, 2 and 10. It says, "Let us oppress the poor righteous man." You see, because when you go into Wisdom of Solomon 2, I mean throughout the whole scriptures, but this specifically goes and how these damn devils think, man. All right? They say, "Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged."
Yeah, so don't give a damn about, you know, the widow or whether you're old or young, whether you have a husband or not, you know. And it's evident. You know, you see what's going on especially within our people. That's Esau's doings, man. Well, look at the food stamp situation, man. For you to get food stamps or government aid, the father can't be in the house. Isn't it? That's gonna be considered a widow because the father's not there. You know. So they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about the kids. They know the psychology of a baby or a child. They need two parents. They know that. So they know if they take the father out of the house, they can destroy the family, and they have. That's why the so-called blacks are destroyed, or Latinos, all of us, because the father ain't there. You need your father. No matter, I don't care how fucking strong you think you women are. If you were so fucking strong, maybe the nation would be better now. You know. Maybe the nation would be better now, but you ain't.
Come on. 11th verse. This is the kicker right here. "Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth." And that goes back into the 13th Amendment. And we're not feeble either. All right? But I mean, we're feeble, yeah, because we don't have because they have the technology, so we are feeble. All right? But they use their law as their strength, man. Going back to what the movie
which works
the documentary, yeah, which works for them. Go back to the thing of the 13th Amendment, man. You just all they did was change slave and put criminal. You know, that was it on that, man. No, it says "Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth." Because they call us goyim, don't they? Oh, yeah, they're goyim. All right, but they're about to be they're the real goyim, man. All right, and the Lord's gonna shoot you devils down, man, real soon. All right, you devils that you want to put your army to fight the Lord. After we obliterate the army, we're coming to find you devils in the caves or wherever you're at, man. In the mountains, all right, out of space. The angels gonna come get you. All right. What we're saying is your enterprise is not gonna fully come into fruition. That was through the spirit in camp yesterday. We were saying that your enterprise is not gonna come to full fruition, even though you believe and you work and you seek so diligently. All right, to get this enterprise going, conspiring together for so long, generation after generation after generation, after conspiring to get this new world order. And when you finally almost accomplish your goal, or feel that you're about to accomplish your goal, Yahweh Shah said he's going to shoot you with arrows, man. All right? He's going to destroy your whole new world order, and he's going to bring his new world order, man. All right? And the ones that you people have been persecuting, all right, and destroying, are the ones that's going to be reigning over you, man. All right? And that's going to be the gospel. All right? That was it, brother.
That's right.
Okay.
That's
All right, well, hey, that's the show. Hey, all in the spirit of Yahweh Shemai Shai, So, hey, first off, like with the show, conspiracy dominates. What else? What did I say again?
Dominates your history.
Conspiracy dominates your history. Why not now? Okay, so, through the spirit of Yahweh Shemai Shai, we pray that brothers were edified who stopped in and watched the show. We pray that the elect are woken up by this video, and we're just doing the work of Heavenly Father, man, bringing out this truth. And we're here to tell you through the spirit that, look, you're not living in a Trump, who's the leader of America world, okay? You're not living in a world where you make the decisions. You're not living in the world where when you think you protest, it's actually doing something.
Right.
These people actually think they have power in their protest. You people are fucking out of your minds, man. And they at least sit back and laugh at all your ways. And you have people really foaming at their mouth and saying they will die for their country, for their stupid beliefs, but you've been tricked. You've been fucking tricked, man. True power comes by taking it by force. That's why the scripture saying in Daniel 7:18, that the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom, man. You don't talk to no devil. Did he talk to you when he brought you over here? No. So what do you think is gonna happen to him? Those who are going leading to captivity shall go into captivity. Anyway, with that, we want to give all praise to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles of GMS. All right, our apostles who taught us this truth through the spirit of Yahweh Shemai Shai. Double honors to our Connecticut elders of GMS. And greetings and salutations to all the brothers pushing the word, our fellow warriors. Okay, and the elites, the Rothschilds, they exist. All right. They are the people who conspired to bring this world through, but overall, it's Yahweh Shemai Shai who has the last word. All right? And he ain't conspiring. We saying that with the Bible, man.
Yep.
Well, publicly. All right? What's going to happen, you devils, man?
And it's lawful.
Yeah, it's lawful and righteous.
Right.
Right? Out loud. All right?
It's not with you.
And you about to see the Lord, man. Anyway, Shalom.
Shalom.